right, Gaiskar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like flair, some people like flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like money fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name's so fly, it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gaiskar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, Danny? Thank you for being here and having the idea of doing this today.
Another adventure of the Basco scenario. I am ready.
All right. So we're discussing today, of course, the what if zombies. I finished watching that like about an hour ago. And
Let me tell you.
What was your general take?
I'm mixed. Some things that just, and I usually don't stick on this continuity stuff, but some things just wasn't. One thing is, the Hulk, I guess, wasn't affected by the zombies because they tried to bite him and he didn't turn. So, how is it that the Hulk is not affected by him, but Thanos, who beat the Hulk, was affected by him? So I'm like, okay, that power level, something seems wrong with that. So now he's a zombie with the damn Infinity Gauntlet, but the Hulk, they didn't show whether or not he died or not, but basically one of the zombies tried to bite Bruce Banner and the Hulk turned his arm to his
arm turned green.
And so it appears that the Hulk, unless he's scratched, which I don't think they can scratch him, or unless they spit saliva into his mouth or something, that he can't be turned by conventional means. So that was one thing.
It was cool how that part of the Bruce Banner thing didn't make any sense, right? Because when he was in danger for an end game, he didn't change.
Yeah, but I guess this right here was a whole new kind of danger. I was like, oh shit. Then also, how the hell is Ant-Man surviving with no lungs? Or is it magic that's keeping him alive? Because I mean, he doesn't. At least on RoboCop, he had the lungs and stuff. But this sucker ain't got nothing but his head. All I see, no lungs, but he still got his head. He's still talking, cracking jokes and stuff. That didn't make no sense to me.
It was weird. You're making great points because I didn't even when I saw his head in the jar, all it reminded me of The Simpsons.
I was like, this ain't making no sense.
The Simpsons aliens there with their head. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, and then like, okay, how is Wanda still? I don't like the way they're making Wanda so powerful. Even when she's a zombie, they call her the Dagobah, some shit that she's just so powerful and all this kind of stuff. And so, and my understanding is that zombies, when they become zombified or whatever the hell you call it, they lose themselves. So how did Tony Stark zombie still know to use the repulsor rays? Captain America's zombie still knew how to use the shield. Scarlet Witch zombie still knew how to use her powers and stuff. So to me, it wasn't consistent with what I know or what I've heard or been told about zombies when they become So
this is their typical Walking Dead zombies. These are zombies that have some kind of memory of who they are and what their powers are, right?
Yeah, so
which absolutely doesn't really make any sense. I did find it clever though, the whole storyline, how the whole vision thing that the whole vision thing was really
that was tight. I like how they did that.
Yeah, how that glimpse of evil Vision, like he didn't give a crap and he just wanted
it was kind of like how how Doctor Strange did all that stuff for love. Did the wrong thing for love. Vision did the same thing. He did the wrong thing for his love of Wanda.
Well, it's like kind of what Wanda did for him in WandaVision,
Yeah,
right?
kind of in the reverse.
Yeah, in reverse for
Hmm.
the zombie apocalypse.
And then another thing too. Okay, I could see how the little miniature Ant-Man or whoever the hell it was. Who's that? Who's that? Was that Pym? Hank Pym that turned that bits
Yeah.
Captain America? Okay,
Yeah.
how the hell did they penetrate Tony Stark's armor?
Well, they can go into the armor, right? When they're
No. I'm
minuscule.
saying when he was minuscule, he bit Captain America.
Yeah.
On the neck. I saw that part. But I'm saying with all of Tony Stark's defenses and stuff, and he know he's fighting something like that, don't you think he would have developed some kind of suit or something to protect them more than what they did? Like this kind of walked off the plane kind of blindfolded. And that doesn't seem like something the Avengers would do.
That is, I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Thomas they step off the Quinjet. Hank Pym turns miniature and he bites Captain America on the neck. That's the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, look how prepared they got to go back in time through the quantum realm. So why wouldn't they have some kind of suits to protect them or do something?
Yeah, there's a lot of you can nitpick at that according.
Yeah,
it just didn't do that.
Yeah, it didn't make
According
sense.
to the comic book version, it's a style of virus that the zombies retained a bit of their intelligence. So, like I said, it's not your typical Walking Dead part.
Because how the hell you be all fucked up like this and then shoot bow and arrows like Hawk and I did?
Exactly.
So
exactly, but it was pretty tight, man. And she was fucking hot. I loved her part. Yeah,
she was good.
Yeah.
I look back at the thing and the guy that did Spider-Man wasn't Tom.
No, it was Tom. I forgot. I checked it out. I forgot his name though.
Yeah, it wasn't him. To me, T'Challa sounded a little bit off, but it was Chadwick Boseman.
Well, who knows? Who knows at what point he was at, right, with his cancer at that time.
That's exactly what we said too. That maybe he was tired or whatever. But he sounded a little bit off to me.
Yeah. Overall, I don't know. I'm like you. I'm mixed about it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it's still one of the best episodes we've got, right?
I think it's one of the best, but I'm kind of what's the word I want to look for? I'm just not big on zombies. So first of all, I wasn't really excited about this, even hearing it. Then when I saw it, I was like, okay. And usually when I'm watching the episode, I don't stop it. But shit, the day I was watching and I stopped it and went back and stuff. Now that fight scene between him and Zombie Cap was tight.
This scene was pretty cool when Hope goes right into the mouth of the zombie right here.
Yeah.
And then when she pumps out of it, she's like.
And then that was crazy to me now. If they're working on a cure, then why would you kill your friends when you might know you could probably save them? To me, that was crazy.
Yeah, the Vision part you're talking about, right? He was killing.
When they were going to get the Vision to that, it was some kind of message. Okay, you know that you go in there and someone may have the cure. Then why kill Captain America if that's your best friend?
True.
He could have thrown him off the train or something.
So they can cure them when they're already zombies and already like that didn't make sense to me though, because they're already freaking half like skulls and half missing limbs and missing faces. So what, you cure them, they're gonna come back as normal.
But see how Scott came back because he was all fucked up, but then his head looked normal.
True.
Inside the drawer. So I don't know if the zombie effect and the rotten decays is actually for effect or maybe I don't know.
This episode definitely had a lot of freaking more questions and how should have been how did they do it? You know, how did all this happen? Because as much as it was entertaining with the zombies and stuff, like this part here, when she gets large, right? And she starts walking. All she had to fucking do is swap those things off her legs, put one leg over the, on the other side, shrink herself, and maybe be cured, right? That to me was like, and once she fell, I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna become a fucking giant zombie.
Mm-hmm.
You know who stole the show on this one?
Who?
The Cape.
Yeah, I like
Doctor Strange's
I
Cape.
like where Doctor Strange. He's supposed to be
Yeah.
Sorcerer Supreme, so he can't have some kind of spell that could reverse this or something.
Yeah, it was it was still one of the best episodes, but this is out of the three best ones, the one with the one from last week with fuck, I have a blank. Last week's episode was
all the Avengers die.
yeah, all the Avengers died was good. And then we had the one with
T'Challa and Star-Lord.
yeah, Charlie and Star-Lord. Those were pretty good. But this one, man, I don't know. Like you said, like what the hell?
This is more.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, how the hell is he breathing? No lungs,
No lungs, nothing. Artificial.
I don't know.
To me, vision, I don't know.
To me, this was interesting, but I'm not gonna say it's not my favorite. I would say last week's my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bucky got his shield.
Yep.
You really, I don't know, man. For me, this, like you said, this had more questions of how could it have turned. Like, see, T'Challa, he was part of the invasion, right? When they got swamped, when they were trying to save the people, and he hasn't been turned. Why?
I think he's been cutting like pieces off of him to feed Wanda.
I guess Wanda likes dark meat.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because you see, she took like his whole, like his left leg, maybe.
Yeah, Strange Supreme was the best. Yes, that was last week's, the Doctor Strange. That's the best episode for me right now. I really liked it. It was freaking dark and it was great. It really set up the whole what the multiverse can be all about, right? If he's all that evil Doctor Strange. Yeah, here's your favorite part right here, Danny. With Wanda. They even got, you see how they even have her pose? Exactly exactly the same as WandaVision. Breaking current.
She made me so sick. Oh, the Dagobah. Who's this Russian guy?
No, that was Polka Dot dude from the Suicide Squad.
What the hell he doing on there?
That's the guy. He was one of the cons, from Ant-Man.
That's a DC movie though.
I know, but it's the same actor.
Oh,
right?
same. I thought you were saying the same character.
No, not the same character. It's the guy who played the polka dot guy.
I thought
he was in Ant-Man.
I thought the sidekick was Hispanic.
No, it was a different crew, right? You had
the Spanish guy, a black guy, and another white guy.
Yeah, like a Slovakic guy that was there. That's who he was playing. That was him.
He was not needed.
Nah, it's just like comedy relief, right?
Yeah.
And this part
was stupid as hell. Stupid as hell.
This is the part. This is my main issue I had with this whole episode, because besides all the questions of, how did, like you said, how did the suit get penetrated, and how, even Captain America, right? Isn't he kind of like bulletproof?
No, he's not bulletproof, but he should. I'm just saying, if they know they have that kind of virus, Tony Stark, being the scientist that he is, would have them some kind of better suit to prevent them from getting bit and stuff. But his neck was clearly open on Captain America, and Tony got that suit. I know Ant-Man can probably get there, but he should have. This is the same way in the movie when Ant-Man was inside his suit. He had that suit defenses to flush him out of there.
Right.
You remember that?
So, yeah. It was the fire extinguisher in case of a fire. Yeah.
So why not have that same thing? Tony Stark would have had something in there to prevent that. Yeah. And they just didn't handle that right, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. The Hulk versus Wanda. What did you think about that?
I thought it was real cool. I think I think this right here gave Hulk more respect than actual live action does.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they actually redeem the Hulk, right? Because they freaking trashed him in the cinematics.
Because here we don't know whether he's. I think it's going to be a part 2 to this because we don't know what Thanos is going to do. Why the hell would he want to snap? If it was him, wouldn't you want to snap yourself back like you were instead of staying like that?
Right, and the fact that I didn't check it yet, I was meaning to check it, but it was the actual stones that he has right here.
Yeah, he got all of them.
No, he's missing.
He's missing like one.
Yeah, he's missing Visions.
Like,
yeah, he's missing the Soul Stone. Is it the Soul Stone? Visions? No, Visions was the.
Visions is the
Mind Stone.
Mind Stone.
Yeah, that's the only one he's missing. So he has the time zone. He has the time stone, so he can change everything and go back in time. This doesn't make any sense.
It has to be a part 2 to this.
I guess
this is what, the 5th episode.
Yeah.
So they got 4 more. And
yeah, they need more time. I agree. G Major's got it. They need more time in this whole thing to actually make sense of it.
Yeah. It went real fast with the. I like how the one thing I do like is how they take pieces of movies we already seen, like the Hulk coming and crashing through in the Sanctum, like he did in another movie, and then the two coming there to fight and stuff, and then Iron Man them coming, and then that's when he sees it. They're all zombie-fied or whatever. So I like how they changed that. That was cool. But then some of the other stuff, like how Spider-Man was explaining how the do's and don'ts and stuff, wear long sleeves. See, if he knew that, if Spider-Man could figure that out, don't you think Tony Stark should have been 2 or 3 steps ahead of him? Like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to put on this armor. I'm going to make armor for each one of y'all.
So, it didn't make any sense. Yeah, it didn't. It really didn't. I don't know, man. I would have to give this one a C as a grade. What about you?
B- C. Yeah, I can see. It didn't get the A that the one last week did.
No, definitely didn't get an A.
I'm probably a little biased because I don't like zombies, so that right there probably took it from an A to a B automatically. So,
yeah. Jason says the part Bucky said he wasn't sad when Falcon was killed and then got Captain America and shit.
Yeah, he told Captain America. He said end of the line, didn't he?
Yeah. This is the end of the line for you. That was great. I like that part.
That was smooth how he caught that shield and threw it back at him, though. I like that part.
It was kind of exactly like in the Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah,
but he freaking stopped it like that, and then he just swung it back at him.
Cut himself in half, though. That shit was tight.
Yeah. Thanos was in Wakanda. Man, I'm sure this could be a whole series in itself. For sure.
Sure could.
I
definitely think they need to do a part 2 on that.
Yeah,
I don't know what the next episode is going to be, but it should be a part 2 because that one needs, like G Major said, more time. It needs another 30 minutes.
Absolutely. Why do we see more and more of the Watcher? This one, we saw his face. He's always in the background at every episode, though.
We saw his face in last episode.
Last episode, he actually interacted. That was the difference.
Yeah, and I've never seen him do that before.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying that they've seen him interfere with stuff before. I've never seen a Watcher interfere with nothing. So I want to see that comic book or that show where he did it because I've never seen him actually say, "Okay, I'm going to step in and do this." See, like Chris said it on one of the streams earlier this week. I was like, "Well, I don't think I recall that."
Man, I think the only what if I saw was the Spider-Man. I believe it was the Spider-Man one where he becomes more like a human spider. I'm not even sure if that was the what if. I think that might be an animation that I saw him that he got bitten or he became a spider. It was more like a fly, and they were supposed to do it in this what if, but it was.
I think that was part of the Spider-Man. It was called the Neogenic Wars, and something happened. Yeah, and he got shot by something, and it mutated him to the spider.
The Killmonger one is next. You might be the next episode. Yeah, Danny wants Killmonger for Black Panther.
Hey, if you listen to my,
it makes sense, dude. I wrote it in my comments. It makes sense, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go that route.
And I just want y'all to think now, who else on Earth has the heart-shaped herb besides Killmonger? Because he destroyed all of them. Unless he got some kind of secret garden we don't know about. But if they don't have that, there's only two things that make that she can take his blood and synthesize it. I don't think it's going to be as strong. But in the comic books, she was able to go to some kind of Panther god.
Right.
And the Panther god granted, I think, her and T'Challa, if I'm not mistaken, powers similar to what the heart-shaped herb gives them. So other than that, she can't be the Black Panther because she won't have the stuff that makes her have the superpowers that comes with the Black Panther. So either she's going to have to synthesize it, get from either her brother's blood or Killmonger's blood, or get that Panther God thing, or option 3, Killmonger redeems himself, goes through a redemption arc, and he becomes the next Black Panther. So I'm looking at this from logic, people. Logic from the rules that are already set in place.
You say MCU logic?
Yeah, there are no rules that Danny made, so you can't say Danny making it up. I'm talking about the rules that are in place by the MCU.
Okay. I you know what, Danny? It does make sense. I'm not disagreeing with you. It does make sense. But I don't know. I only know is these writers. I know they're filming it right now, right?
Yeah, and then
I'm just curious to see what they came up with. How they're going to address that. Because
one fact we know, I saw in the interview, I can show it to y'all, where Ryan Coogler said he was struggling writing this because he doesn't have him and Chadwick Boseman collaborated on a lot of stuff. And he said when you don't have your best player and you know he's not coming back, it's hard. So he's struggling. Yeah. So when you struggle, two things you could do. If you don't have that creative juices flowing, what I would do if I was Mr. Coogler, I would go back and look in the books to try to get some inspiration. If you look in the comic books, there are comic books where Killmonger was over Wakanda, and he was a part of the Avengers. Now, he could build on that because we know that they like to cherry pick stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that Michael B. Jordan probably kind of lend his hand, hey, Coogler, hey, what's up? Because they were all kind of tight from what I read. Him, Brian Coogler, and also Chadwick Boseman. So who's to say? So I'm just saying it's not impossible. And then this other thing that kind of irritates me. There's no way he can be Black Panther, all the people he killed. Okay, so you tell me what's different. What's different than the Winter Soldier? All the people he killed, but we got him with open arms with the Falcon.
Yeah.
The Falcon know for a fact that he killed Tony Stark's family, but they still buddies. They still
and more. He was an assassin. He killed a whole bunch of people.
He killed Black Panther's daddy.
Yeah.
So
and whoever else was in that building.
Yeah. So I mean, if we can do a redemption arc for Winter Soldier, why can't we do a redemption arc for Killmonger?
No, you're right.
Just food for thought.
Yeah. And then you have the whole Shuri card, right?
Yeah,
that's another one. Well, we'll see what happens. So saying that, I did something that you did usually. I recorded myself talking about Shang-Chi on my way home from work. And I did a premiere at 8:00. Yeah, it was funny. I did like 3 takes on my way because I was stuck in traffic. So I did like 3 takes because I kept forgetting stuff. Then I came home and I put it together. It was fun. I liked it.
I do it a lot, man. Now I used to be when I first started doing this, Gaiskar, man, I was like, I had the I did it on my iPad and I had iMovie. But man, it's a lot of work when you doggone cutting and pasting and trying to do stuff and put the words and stuff in. So now, man, what I do, I get my general thoughts, what I want to do. Sometimes I write them down and I hit the record on StreamYard and I do one or two takes. I don't care because I'm like,
I hear you, man.
Do I want to get to a software where I can do it and edit? Because Robert Storms, man, he doing this thing on that. I want to commend him, man. His stuff looks I just don't have that kind of time. So
I don't have that kind of time and that kind of patience, man.
yeah, but the
That's
way
the
he's
thing.
doing it now, man,
Mhm.
you can see his progression from when he started.
For sure.
I progress a lot too, but I'm not there at his level yet. And
Oh man.
I
Well,
want to get.
here's for striving, because that's it's like you said, it's commendable. And also I have to give shout outs to him, man. He helped me up these past couple of days getting my sub count up. I'm at 294 right now.
Oh Lord, come
So
on, y'all. We got how many
so
people in the chat?
right now we
We
got
got six.
six
So
people in the
all
chat.
6 of y'all go over there and subscribe to Gaiskar. Well, subscribe now. You should see the
Mhm.
little button on the bottom.
Oh, I believe everybody here is subscribed who's in the chat, but if anybody watching this on the rerun,
Yeah,
definitely I
yeah.
appreciate it. I want to hit that 300 mark and hopefully get closer to 1,000. So every little step, you know,
Yep.
counts. So saying that, Danny, you have anything else to add regarding the What If episode?
Only thing I hate
Besides,
about this whole series, man, I don't 9 episodes ain't long enough, man. I wish they would do one for each movie. That would be awesome. But what I've seen, like I said earlier, I'm gonna say again, I think they're getting better and better as each show comes. This show wasn't bad. This episode wasn't bad, but I'm just not a zombie fan, so I can tell you probably without a doubt that my grade probably reflected in the fact that it was a zombie. But some parts of it I love, like the parts I pointed out earlier that didn't make sense to me because there's too many questions on that left unanswered. Did the Hulk die? Were they able to did he finally succumb to that huge number of zombies? The shit with Thanos at the end. How is Scott Lang breathing? No lungs.
Yeah.
Did they make it to Wakanda? Did they find a cure? So this left a lot of unanswered questions for me, but hopefully they'll have a part 2 to this. Yeah. But like I said, I give it a B- C+ somewhere in there.
Oh man, I give it just a plain old C.
Yeah.
G major. The Shang-Chi trolling is stupid. Saw 2 videos of idiots. Ridiculous. Yeah, that's what it is. There's a lot of trolling, and there are a lot of people making fun of Simu Liu for being whiny and stuff. But you know, he took it to heart. It's his big first major role.
That's right.
A lot of people were trolling. A lot of people were trolling him, saying that it was gonna flop. It was gonna flop. Well, not only trolling him, trolling the movie in general, that it was gonna flop. That was gonna flop. And guess what? It didn't flop, and it's still making money.
They're gonna realize, man, it's making almost $100 million in the pandemic.
And that says something.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in. If it wasn't a pandemic, man, this thing would be up to par with the regular Marvel movies. If you go back to about a month ago, I'm telling you, I said it.
Yeah.
Since I think the Black Widow, there has not been a movie that made under that.
Nope. And Black Widow got shafted with that streaming thing. I'm sorry to say, Scarlett Johansson has a point of being pissed off.
That's right. Had it made in 45 days like it's doing now, that movie probably made $500 million. I'm fairly certain it would have.
And look, Jason just said it's past 100 million right now, and it hasn't even been a week yet.
Yep.
So yeah, it sucks. G Major, man, it sucks that there's people like that. They're right entitled for their opinion. My only issue is when they start like trying to make false accusations, I guess, or push false narratives and why the movie sucks. Because for me, if you sit back and you watch it as a cultural representation of Chinese culture using an MCU superhero, it's a beautiful movie, and it did a lot of nods to many Chinese, kung fu movies. The scene with the bamboos, that was a reference of an old kung fu movie. You had the scenes with the dancing, that's also a reference to another kung fu movie. They don't just come to my head right now because I would have to research it. I just know that it does from other video I saw, an article that I read, especially the article that I read about the rings People were attacking that about the rings, that they're not like in the comic books, but it actually makes sense that they changed it up, and that writer was smart to integrate the rings the way it is, because those are temple rings of weights that Shaolin monks used to actually build strength in their arms as they did their moves. So I didn't know that, and when I read it, it was like pretty damn tight. And
some things just don't translate from
Mhm.
comic to movies.
Mhm.
If it would not have been the same if you had the 10 rings. If you most times if you got little girls, little boys, grandchildren, granddaughters, grandsons, they see something. Oh, I want that Spider-Man. So you go buy Spider-Man. Oh, I want Cat Marvel. Cat Marvel. I'm not going to buy my
Choke on it.
grandson, no damn 10 rings. But I do see the toy, and we showed it last night. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, you
The
showed
10
it
rings.
on the stream. Go ahead.
Well, let me see.
Yeah, it's like I said, for me, I really like this movie. It's for the Asian community. It's exactly what Black Panther was for the Black community, in my opinion. And like I said on my premiere earlier today, if you haven't seen it, definitely go out and see it. And Austin comes in with, I did not like the zombie episode of What If. You know what? Danny and I did not like it either. I mean, it had some cool parts in it, but not enough cool parts for it to be a hell of an amazing stream. Yeah, exactly.
Right
See?
there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's
that's a blaster. You put it on your wrist, and you can shoot little things out. My grandsons probably will have that for Christmas once they see the movie. They hadn't seen the movie yet because I didn't take them to see it. It was a school night when I went last Thursday.
So you're gonna take them?
If they want to go see it if they want to see it on the weekend, I'll take them on the weekend. The school night, we don't take them nowhere.
All right, awesome, man.
But if they want to see it, or definitely when it comes to
cool. I like that.
Yeah, look at that. Now, can you see putting 10 rings on your fingers? No. But that right there, merchandising, bro. Look at that, $10. They're gonna sell an acid on bracelets, bro.
Basco, can I get a link?
I'm telling you, I was shocked when my grandson, he said, Grampy, I want a Black Panther costume. I was like, and if you don't know now, I'm in an interracial marriage. My grandsons are white, so just want to go ahead and put that out there. So when he said he wanted the Black Panther outfit, I was like, damn, okay, shit.
But that's what it did. It transcended beyond race because it was beautiful. They represented the African culture nicely, even though if it was a fictitious, Wakanda, it doesn't really exist, but they were true to certain tribes of Africa with their attire, and that's what made the movie beautiful as well.
Now he didn't want none of that other stuff. Now I don't want none of that either. But the Black Panther outfit was, he's like, that's okay, man. He can fight, Grampy. He can do all that stuff. So that was cool. And the same thing with Shang-Chi, man. I mean, it's going to happen. So I don't know. Well, I don't know why people do this negative stuff, because if you in this YouTube world for a business, you have to play the algorithm if you want to be successful.
Right.
But if you're in it for a hobby, like I know I am, like Gaiskar is, most people that we stream with, if we get super chats or if we get monetized or if we get, we definitely take it. But I know for a fact that I'm not putting in the work that I need to put in on this channel for it to be big and successful like other channels are. Because like I said, I got 2 jobs. I just got off of 1 job. So I can't do it. But this is my therapy, my hobby, my fun. And I've got paid 3 times, I think, since I'm doing it in 3 years. I think I got $200 3 times, I think. So I mean, I'm cool with that, man. My wife, hey, here's half. Go get you something nice. So I mean, I'm not in it for that. Now maybe when I retire, hopefully another 10 years, if I'm still chugging along, I could put more energy in it and do things.
I think you're gonna be chugging along, Danny. And I have to say this, man. You're doing this as a hobby, but it's great the things you say, the point of views you bring, and for me starting off, and I started off on Anzo's OSC. There's no denying that. He helped me out in the beginning. You took me in with Chris, and just by you being you, it motivated me that hey, and anything's possible, and and I appreciate it. And you don't have 1,000 something subscribers that are sticking around because
I appreciate it.
you're not bringing out good stuff. They enjoy your take on things.
Thank you, and I enjoy streaming with you, man, and your insights are very insightful and very interesting. And I think we all have we got a good team, man. We got good chemistry with people. Some people personalities don't mix and stuff, but that's part of the beast. When I first got in here, there was a guy, I can't think of his name now, God, but he used to irritate the shit out of me, boy. You could see it on my face on the stream. Like, what? This motherfucker. So you just gotta just separate yourself from that, man. Keep on chugging, doing what makes you happy. One thing I do, and if anybody trying to get on their own channel, if this food for thought, my 2 cents, you can take it for what it's worth. You got to do something that you want to talk about and that you like. Because if you're doing something that you don't really like, or it's going to show in your presentation.
Yeah.
So whenever y'all see me, I don't do a lot of videos. I do more live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
If you see me do a video, it's something that crossed my mind or something I really been thinking about, and I want to convey the message. And like I said, I appreciate each and every person that take the time out and sub to my channel, that writes the comments. I try to read all my comments, and I try to send something back. If it's no more than just thanks, man, I appreciate it. So if you send me something in a comment, I may not read it that same day, but I always correct all my comments. I try to read each and everything I get and just try to say, hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it. Because, man, you don't have to do it, man. Because I know how precious time is, bro. So people doing. But let's see some of the chats. The
zombie thing didn't appeal to me. If they adapted the OG Marvel zombies, it would have been better. But I felt like they adapted the newer version of the Marvel zombies. I never read the zombie thing, so I can't even relate to it.
Hey, Jason said he want to get a link.
Yeah, I sent it to him. to him. Yeah, I sent it to him.
Yeah, Jason feeling passionate about that. Man, we had a hot question last stream. It was more or less, what if the government takes over because of this pandemic? And I guess enact martial law.
Correct.
How would you feel about it? Or pretty much, what is the magic number? Or what is the
justifiable number in order for them to be able to declare martial law? In
your mind.
In my mind. Oh, shit.
I asked it for each individual person. And then I was like, I don't want it to go to that. Because it's kind of like shades of Star Wars with Palpatine and stuff. He always kept a way of trying to keep control and stuff. But I was like, I don't want somebody to go to that. Because it's kind of like shades of Star Wars.
What's going on, guys?
You got your phone or something, Monkey?
Yeah, I'm turning it off. I got it turned off now.
But it's just
wow.
What I would say, if it gets to that position and you don't have the necessary supplies you need, water, food, medication, whatever. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, so I'm just saying,
is something like that going on right now in Louisiana?
Because of the hurricane.
Because of the hurricane, there's just no drinking water, and
I think New York, because New York got flooded too. That hurricane went all the way across the.
Actually,
y'all didn't get nothing from that, Danny, did y'all? That hurricane, it got up like New York area, didn't it?
No, we got nothing. It rained a little bit today.
Y'all going to get one this weekend because it's going across. Another one hit the Gulf. It's going across Florida up y'all's way and then out towards that one that's out in the middle of the ocean right now. It's a little small one.
I have a friend in New York State right now that you just mentioned that, and I just looked over and I saw, because I had the Facebook open, and this is in New York State.
Yeah, it's flooded. There's cars. The cars in the car garages are like halfway underwater.
Yeah, completely flooded. Her basement.
You know what that is?
Wow.
That's God's way of telling them, hey, you better not be telling people you can't come in and eat and do this kind of stuff, You better rethink that.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't heard from Josh. I don't know how I know he lives up in that area. I wonder if he got affected.
I think Josh lives in New Jersey though, don't he?
New Jersey. It was New Jersey, New York. A little bit of New Jersey got hit too.
Look at that
little area.
I don't have Josh's number.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on Facebook, or I'll probably have to hit him up tonight, see how he's doing all right or not.
Yeah. I don't have his number either, actually, man. That's crazy. I didn't know this was going on. Yeah.
So y'all didn't like the zombie? I just saw it probably like an hour or two ago too.
No,
it was
I don't
interesting, but there was parts that was really bad. I didn't like the Ant-Man thing at all. The talking head, I didn't like that at all. That was it was too the jokes were dull, and I didn't like that at all.
I'm like, how the fuck is he breathing?
Did you? But I mean, I put this in the comments. I didn't know if y'all seen it. Did you see the part that when Bucky when they killed the Falcon, and he says, "Oh," and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." They said, "Oh, he didn't mean nothing to me." And he said they made some kind of comment, and then he takes the shield and puts it on his back. I was like, "Oh my god!" They just made like a slap back at the Falcon Winter Soldier.
That's exactly what they did. Yeah,
I was like,
I don't know if I feel sad or not. Yeah. I don't know if I should be feeling sad or something like that. He says.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
You said, no, I should feel bad, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said, and I'm like, wow. It's just they threw that in there. I was like, okay. I mean, it was. I mean, I'm sure some people like it with the zombie thing. I never seen the fangs. I was expecting something a little different, but it seemed a little long. Well, how long was the episode? It was a little longer than the others, wasn't it? Or it just seemed like it was a little extra long.
30, 32, 38, I think it was.
It seemed like they didn't.
It seemed like parts of it dragged out. That's what to me it was like.
I wish it would have been longer because I got so many unanswered questions.
Well, the ending it didn't finish the ending. So, I mean that's.
They ended with freaking Thanos with an Infinity Gauntlet.
And they're flying to the Wakanda. Yeah. So that's why I don't know. Is when they say all these going to connect together. See, I was expecting, in the last episode when they killed all the Avengers, I was expecting the Avengers to wake up from that they'll start rising. They had them all in the coffins together. That's what I was expecting how it was going to come out, but it was a little different than I was expecting. But
so overall, all episodes are around the same time. The first episode was 34 minutes.
Yeah,
the second one was 35. This is including the end credits, which are like the credits that take up these.
I wonder because they had Spider-Man in it, and see, thing on Disney Disney has the rights to Spider-Man animation, but it can't be over a certain time.
Really?
It's like over 40 minutes or something. They cannot have Spider-Man in an animated. That's why the Into the Spider-Verse Sony produces. If it's a movie, Disney cannot do it. But they can make all the shows. That's why you see the Disney cartoons. But it's a weird contract how it's set up.
Longest episode was the Doctor Strange one, which was 37 minutes.
Yeah,
they ended up being the longest one.
Yeah.
So what grade did you give this one?
I would probably a B-, C+, maybe C. I mean, it was probably around that C+, C+, B- area. It's kind of. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the worst episode. But there was a lot. It wasn't as good as last week's, or the Doctor Strange one. But last week's Doctor Strange and the one before that was good. The Avenger one.
Okay, all right.
But was that about the same y'all gave it?
I gave it a C. I gave it a C because
C-.
Like Danny was saying.
I mean, it's rewatchable, but it wasn't trash. But it wasn't but it's there was a lot like the Ant-Man. I did not like that part. I didn't care for that. And it was cool that Chadwick Boseman got another appearance in there. They did use his voice again, so for the Black Panther, so that was good. I don't know if that's the last. I don't know if he'll be in any more or not. So
I have no idea.
So I mean, at least he wasn't one more episode.
What didn't make sense to me was how The Hulk seems undefeatable in this. But
Well,
then,
they bid him. They bid him before he transformed again, but he didn't affect him. So,
yeah, but I'm saying,
but then the wasp or the Pat Wynn went inside him and killed him with his heart. So so
I'm trying to see how he can survive the zombie bite, but then Thanos that beat him in the movies, he couldn't survive the zombie, so that's not consistent.
Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate it. Man, Brittany's amazing mod. Brittany, I have to give you a wrench for my channel as well, man, because you do a hell of a job. Thank you. I appreciate the stop and the like. Yeah. Danny, so going back to your martial law thing. What number? Wow. Well, we had not martial law. We had
okay. I'm not necessarily condoning martial law. I don't want that misconception, but like how they close Canada's borders, I'd be all set if they would say, okay, we're gonna close the United States borders for 3 months or whatever number you want, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. We're gonna close that. I'm all for that. Close the shit out of it. And if we can put some kind of orders in place where you need to, okay, I'm gonna tell you what was really stupid to me in my state. This past Saturday, the team I love, Carolina Gamecocks, season opener, they played Illinois. 80,000 people in the stadium.
Oh yeah,
80. It was sold out. I think
Virginia
it holds like 80,000. I think it holds like 80,100. Something, but it's 80,000. Sold out. No social distancing. No mask required.
Yep.
Now, why in the hell would you go in there and the numbers are already going? South Carolina was number 1 in the United States for COVID cases per capita.
Correct.
We number 1. We knew that 2 weeks ago. So why the hell? I know that these colleges and universities are losing money, but shit, you would lose money or the lives? Because I guarantee you, out of 80,000, 10 to 15% positive now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what's happening up here in Western Canada. There's the provinces are more relaxed on a lot of things and mask requirements and malls and stuff like that. There's places that you don't even need it, and their numbers are skyrocketing right now with the variant, right? As the East cases are going up, but not to the point where they're pulling restrictions back, right? Putting restrictions back in. School just started. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the numbers right now once that school has started, because last year that's exactly what happened. School started, the numbers just went skyrocketed, and then everybody had to do learn from home, right? Virtual teaching.
Virtual school.
We're virtual right now. My grandsons are.
Yeah.
So
did you see they got a new? Well, this ain't a COVID. They got a new disease in India right now that's spreading, right? But it's not nothing to do with COVID. But it has to do with people eating bats, just like the thing came out of China. But I don't know what it is with bats. I mean, people need to quit eating bats because it seems like all these diseases has to do with the bat market or something.
But see, that's the thing, right? That we're quick to say why the hell they're eating bats, but many of these places in those countries, that's been part of their diet for years because there's nothing else around for them.
I don't want to sound insensitive.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
No, I'm talking what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay, over in India, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't like beef and cows are like sacred over there?
Sacred. Yeah.
They can't eat cows.
Guess what? If it comes out, I'm eating an infested bat that's going to cause all this shit, or a sacred ass ribeye, T-bone.
Can't get no ribeye over there, Danny. That's attempted murder over there, man.
It's I don't know. I have to look that up, but I think it's jail time, man.
It is. That's like killing your grandma over there. They consider a cow. You go out and kill a cow. That's like killing your grandma, man.
I guarantee you, they better not never let me go out there and I be hungry. I guarantee you, they'll find some T-bones on the fucking.
Over in India, because I got a friend that's from India, and they consider like a cow. It's almost like more than a dog. You know how a dog's your best friend? They consider a cow like your family over there. Yeah, they do not. There's no Big Macs or nothing like this. It's a Veggie Max over
But
there.
you see look at. I don't know how much meat is on those cows though, because I must be depending where in India you're going. Because the ones I've seen,
well, yeah, them oxen
skinny
and
as
stuff,
hell. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
insane. But they said it came from the fruit bat. There's some of these fruit bats. I guess it carries that disease, and I guess it transferred to humans or something. When they, if they get infected one or something.
Well, that's one place I ain't never. That's one place
no
I
ain't no
ain't
bats.
never worried about going. No damn India.
But my friend is so good, the bat.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones, man. You watch Temple 2, man.
You ever watch it?
Oh my god!
It was some kind of one of them crazy shows. Like the man, he travels and he eats all these crazy cuisines all over the world. It was just it's a cave now, and it was some kind of bat or bird, and they built a nest out of the saliva in their mouth or whatever. And when they put it together or spit it out or regurgitate whatever, it hardens. But somehow these fools took that nest, bring it back, and like put it in water and dissolve it or whatever. There's some kind of delicacy. I'm like,
it's all kinds of stuff.
Who the fuck want to eat
spiders and all that kind of stuff?
I'm just saying, maybe they're doing it wrong with the bats. Maybe they just have to put some Frank's hot sauce on that shit.
Put some Frank's.
Kill everything.
Well, I don't know about Frank's.
Had to kill anything.
Shit on anything.
Here in South Carolina is Texas Pete. So Texas Pete.
I've seen that.
Crystals or one of them.
Texas Pete can make stuff good, but it can't make no damn bat good.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna make a bat good.
That ain't happening.
It'll make you all batty. No, but it's crazy. Over here, like I was saying to Danny last week, I went to see Shang-Chi, right? And I get there, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of people in line, and I'm like, oh, but I had the digital ticket, so I was gonna go around. And she goes, no, please line up and have your proof of vaccination ready. And I was like, oh shit, it's true. We have to do that here now. So everything that's non-essential, we have to prove that we've been fully vaccinated.
So did you happen to have your card in your wallet?
No, I didn't. And I started freaking out, stressing out Anna. She was like, okay, give me your phone and move away from me. I had to like step back and let her do her magic. And then she actually went in my phone with my Medicare card and everything, put in the information and got it on the app, right? So I have a QR code on my phone that they scan and tells you that I'm fully vaccinated.
All I do is I'm take a picture of my iPhone.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was supposed to have when we get vaccinated for a second one. It basically sends you a link with the QR, like a PDF of the paper with the QR code, and then you can either show that PDF on your phone or the actual paper with that code, right? But the thing is that I completely forgot where I saved that thing, and I thought I saved it on my phone, and I didn't. So I started freaking out.
But
we had like 20 minutes to the movie.
I don't understand. Okay, this I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you my age because I don't know if you had this up there or how old are you, Jason? You're in your 30s, aren't you?
43.
43. Well, you maybe know this. When I was a young man, teenager, they had in restaurants they had smoking and non-smoking. So why can't they have vaccinated, non-vaccinated? I mean, I don't understand that.
It's not the same thing, though, Danny. It's not the same thing because this is a virus that can kill certain people if they get it. That's the thing. That's the truth of it. It can kill certain people, and this vaccination, I feel, has governments and health officials have misinformed the public so much on these types of vaccines because it's not a vaccine that prevents it. It's not a preventative thing. It's something to help certain people because even if you have it, to cope and to release the pressure on the on the hospitals for them to be able to address more serious cases. Because over here and across North America, the hospital's been busting at the seams with these cases, and emergency operation rooms and stuff like that have been like procedures have been pushed back, and people that needed certain surgeries are not getting it. They're not getting those surgeries that they can, and who knows how many other of those people that passed away because of that, right?
Oh,
But it's insane, you know. And people
I
that say
don't.
that this shit's all fucking fake and stuff like that, and it's not fake. I have
No,
friends
it's
that work in the hospitals, and have, you know, they've taken pictures of themselves after like 20-hour shifts that they have been wearing the mask and everything with the burns of, you know, from talking so much that it's all burnt on their cheeks.
bro.
It's crazy. It's
You
crazy.
know
It truly is.
firsthand that I was dead set against taking that
Mhm.
shot. I'm telling you. Till last week, I went to a lady's house and I was doing her case and stuff, and
Yeah.
she was a nurse and she worked in the COVID wing
Yeah.
at a local hospital. And after I
Yeah.
got finished with conducting business, I said, "You might be asking something." She said, "No, not at all." I said, "It's not that I don't believe in the science. I just don't believe in how fast they got these cures and vaccines out here.
Mhm.
Can you kind of help relieve my just shed some light on the subject?" She said,
Yeah.
"Sure." She said, "I don't know the science exactly, Mr. Graham." She said, "But I do know in my wing that everyone that's come in and has the vaccine has pretty much survived, and
Mm.
they may be down a day or two, but they bounce back. But I can tell you with certainty,
Mhm.
the ones that don't have it, it's not when they die. It's not if they're dying. It's when they're gonna die, and they've all died." So I was like, "Oh, ding!" That was light bulb number one.
Yeah.
Another nurse friend of mine, he's a male nurse. He works at the other hospital in the local town, and he says, "Danny, I've been doing this for the last 30 to 60 once in the emergency room, and most people that come in there,
Mhm.
guess what their race is?" I said, "Black." He said, "Yep." He said, "And guess what their sex are?" I said, "Male." "Yep." I said, "And guess," he said, "Guess what they're not?" I said, "Not vaccinated." He said, "Yep." So
Mm.
I put those two together, and that was a Saturday. The next
Mm.
day, me and my wife look up local pharmacies
Vaccinate.
around us,
Mhm.
and we had one like 2 minutes from my house, and we got vaccinated last Sunday.
Cool.
Now, I didn't have any issues.
Mhm.
I took the Moderna, and
Okay.
she took Moderna as well. But
Right.
the nurse recommended Pfizer, but
Mhm.
we had to wait another one that was like 5 minutes away. Was
Right.
giving Pfizer, but it was given. He had to get it. Had to wait 2 weeks. My wife
Right.
said, "You really want to wait 2 weeks with the numbers?" I said, "No, I don't. I don't want to wait two
Yeah.
weeks. Let's go
Yeah.
get Moderna now." So Moderna, it didn't do anything to me. My
Mhm.
arms a little sore. My
Mhm.
wife, she was sick for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And now,
It's different on everybody.
yeah, now she's back to herself. She's got the same energy and vigorous. And then we bought the little portable ones you can take at home,
Mhm.
and we took that, came back negative stuff. So trying to
Right.
get our daughter because she's interacting a lot, and she got two sons. So I don't want
Yeah.
her to bring it back home because the
Mhm.
first time last year I brought it home, and I
Right.
infected my whole family, and I don't want to do that again.
I hear you, man.
So I think we get our next shot
It's in,
the 26th of this month, the last Sunday of this month.
how long you
Um,
have to wait again? 6 weeks or something?
it's like a month.
Yeah.
Let's see. We took it. We took it on August the 29th.
Mhm.
My birthday. Was my birthday last Sunday? No,
Mhm.
I think we
Yeah.
took it the 5th. If I'm not mistaken, we took it on the 5th,
Mhm.
and then we get to take it again on the 26th.
Yeah.
So that's 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. I like, for example, I'm pro-choice. I'm like, whatever you want to do. If you don't take it, then like I had this discussion with Anna and a few members at work. The majority, I think everybody actually at my job is fully vaccinated. But like I said, if you don't want to take it, that's your
yeah,
choice.
it's a personal choice.
But at the end of the day, if your ass ends up going to the hospital for it, should you be a priority after all the health officials have said this is what we need to give it a chance, right? That's my gripe with it. Like if you're gonna actually, you know, not take it and you're gonna have to be rushed to the hospital
Mhm.
because of not taking it,
And
should you be a priority on that?
I've
Well,
heard
that's
some medical
mhm.
officials say that they don't have sympathy for the ones that don't take it. And I was like, ooh, it's kind of harsh.
Yeah. You know what's harsh too? nurses that didn't have enough ventilators during that time and had to decide who lived and who died.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely
That
like I said, man.
that was the reality.
I don't know. It was kind of like a scared straight program for me.
Mhm.
I was like, man, I ain't taking that. We don't
Yeah.
know how that going. What the effect's going to be 30 years from now.
Well,
So
we don't know, right? And honestly, people that came out with vaccinations back in the day, they didn't know either what those vaccinations were going to do in 10, 20 years after taking them. That's the reality of it.
Well, one good thing about the human body is it is very remarkable, and sometimes it can take something foreign and able to break it down or change it so that it works. So I'm hoping that's what this would do.
Yeah.
That the human body with its natural defenses can receive something that's not, that just can't overpower it, kind of like cancer, something like that, but something it can take and fight off and make stronger. So,
well, that's what was one of the reasons for the RNA type vaccines was they were I think they were targeting initially for it to fight cancer, like to help teach your genetic code how to fight off cancer cells, right, or something like that. I read briefly that. Again, I'm not a health professional, so if you have any issues or anything like that, just for the tube, I'm saying this, I refer to your doctor for further clarity or information. We are not doctors. We're just speaking on our opinions on certain situations. So we've been past the 1 minute mark. Jason, tell the people where they can find you, man.
1 hour mark.
1 hour mark. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason Lee Tucker's Statement. Talk about wrestling, different things, pop culture. Check it out. Gaiskar, appreciate it. Oh, dang, I was going to tell you, man, I was in your neck of woods. I had jury duty today. So,
where, South Carolina?
No, in Okeechobee. I was going to say, I had to go to jury duty today. So.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All day. They didn't get picked, but I was there all day.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, they took 3 hours to get to put you in the courtroom to start picking people.
Fortunately, in my profession, I never get jury duty. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, you don't have to go, because you're. But yeah, they took 3.5 hours. They let us sit in this little room before they took us to the courtroom to start picking us.
Yeah,
it was like, come on.
All they gotta do, man, if you don't want to do it, can you be unfair? Can you be fair, biased, and nope. Why?
No.
Because my brother got arrested by cops. I hate cops. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I say. Or if it was like, or if it's a certain thing, a DUI or something, say you're against that and all that stuff.
You're excused.
Yep.
Yeah. Danny?
I am Danny Graham, aka ComicChat. My show comes on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Chaos List, you can find me there. Sunday, find me on the What If Roundtable, discussing this again. Here and there throughout the week, you can find me on different channels, and occasionally I do my own videos based on whatever stimulates my mind or gets me to a point where I want to express myself a little bit more in detail than what I normally do. Thanks again for having it. In fact, let's try to make this
a weekly thing.
Yeah, weekly thing.
I have no problem with it, man. You know that.
That gives us four more episodes.
You gotta do that. Dave, you flew with him yet? You did the flying thing?
I have not done that in a while. Actually,
there's somebody copying you. I saw somebody on YouTube. There's another person doing it. I thought it was you at first. And I was like, oh damn, somebody's already copying Gaiskar's idea.
Oh shit!
I can't remember the name, but I thought I knew it first. I hopped on there. And I was like, Gaiscar. I said, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was playing around with it the other day, and the game kept crashing on my Xbox every time I went to the map. So I haven't done one in a while. Gaiskar from the Basco Scenario. You can find me here next week when Danny and I and Jason, if you want in, you're in, man. To discuss the What If episode for sure. You can also find me once a week with my regular video that I might post. I did my first on the fly segment on my drive home, which I premiered earlier today at around 8 o'clock. So if you haven't seen it, please do drop a comment. And guys, go ahead.
I gotta ask this. Triple H had a heart attack?
Yeah, he had some kind of heart problem. They had a heart surgery the other day.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you been watching AEW or anything, Danny?
I don't watch that.
Oh man, it's fire now. Man, they're putting a whooping on WWE now.
I'm not a CM Punk fan.
They got Daniel Bryan on there now. Adam Cole went over there.
I ain't a fan of him neither.
Yeah.
I read an article.
Yes. No. No.
Yeah, but he brings in the money though, man. He's seen those fans.
I'll tell you, man. After The Rock, Jericho, Stone Cold, it just went down for me, man.
You don't have those kind of people anymore. Don't have the people who can. Well, the thing about The Rock, you didn't have to wrestle. He just go out there and talk for 30 minutes, and people would be entertained. That's or Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes or Piper. That's what you miss, man.
You can't get. I don't think they would ever be able to recapture that magic. So I just don't watch it.
Oh, good old Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair out there.
No, they can't go back to that.
Macho Man. I enjoyed listening to Macho Man just talk. He didn't have to wrestle.
Can you dig it? That was
get out there and
what was that guy who said, "Can you dig it"? What was that name again?
That was Booker T.
Booker T. That's right, Booker T. But
I gotta finish watching stuff. They go around and trying to find their memorabilia. I like that show. I gotta finish watching.
You know what show I'm watching now? Money Heist on Netflix. You guys watch that? That's a crazy show. You should. It's really good. It's really good.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I think this week Fantasy Island, man, I need to catch Fantasy Island. It ain't bad.
I have to figure out what channel it shows here.
It's on Fox.
No idea. It's on Fox? Okay, so that means it's on Fox here as well. So yeah, like I said, random videos here and there. You can also find me on Robert Storm's Live on occasion, and also find me on Danny's channel on occasion whenever he does a show and he has me on as well. Like I said, please subscribe, leave comments. I want to know what you think, positive or negative. Believe me, I don't take it personal. I am construction criticism is always good. And that being said, everybody, thank you so much. Good night. Be safe and peace.
All right, Gaiskar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like Flair, some people like Flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like money fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name's so fly, it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gaiskar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff?